A name can mean a lot of things. It can be a link to our past and our history. It may just be the name we were given. However, some of us may feel that we have to prove ourselves worthy of our names and to honor those that came before us. When I was born in October 30, 1984, my father was faced with a difficult choice. My mom wanted to name me after my great uncle Simon, who has the same birthday as I do, while my father was set on giving me my uncle's full name, Alfonso José Sintjago. Alfonso had died at the age of 16 while attempting to overthrow a dictator in the Dominican Republic. Being given my uncle's full name constantly reminded me that I did not solely pull myself up from my bootstraps, but that rather we are all pushed by the past into our tomorrows. I was motivated by the memories of Alfonso, the life he lived, and the life he was deprived of. My grandfather, Rinaldo and Alfonso, attempted to overthrow Rafael Leonidas Trujillo, who ruled the Dominican Republic with an iron will from 1930 to 1961. Among his many human rights abuses, he ordered the massacre of over 17,000 Haitians, motivated partly by ethnic cleansing. In 1959, my grandfather, Rinaldo, was the second commander of the invasion to overthrow Trujillo. He landed as part of a surprise attack in the hills of Constanza with fewer than 200 men. His son, Alfonso, joined him despite being only 16 years old. They were both brutally assassinated. Sacrificing their lives for freedom, they became known as the Immortal Race. I thought a lot about Alfonso when I turned 17. He had been a brave young man filled with promise who volunteered to die for a country that he personally did not know. When I was 17, I felt that from that day on I could live the life that Alfonso could never live. I continued to hope that with my life I make something out of it that would make him proud. Another great motivation in my life was Simón Sáenz Mérida, my shadow name, you could say. I am as proud of my mom's family as I am of my father's family. My grandmother, Simón, and the rest of the Sáenz family rose from humble origins and grew up in a family that valued higher education. My grandmother Carmen Cecilia and her sister Antonieta were the first two women who graduated from college in the state of Monagas, Venezuela. They were both doctors. As much as Alfonso, I was motivated by the life of Simón, my great uncle. Simón Sáenz profoundly marked me, as he marked his students and most of our family. Simón had organized student activism, which was pivotal to the overthrow of Pérez Jiménez in 1958. He also later founded a political party, served as a congressman, and was a history professor, along with holding various administrative roles throughout his life. It was because of my uncle Simón that I partly decided to pursue a master's degree in Latin American Studies with an emphasis in development from the University of Florida. And I would later select my PhD research site based on my uncle, Alfonso. I selected Simón's hometown of Maturin as my research site in my 2008 master's thesis, where I researched Chávez's Law of Lands in 2001. My research took place in 2008, and the last 2 years, 2012 and 2013, I decided to go to the Dominican Republic to conduct my doctoral research, and there I have been able to learn more about the lives of Rinaldo and Alfonso. I visited various of the locations that they had visited, including Santiago, Constanza, and in Constanza it was where my grandfather landed for the coup, and the airport's now been renamed after the movement. In many ways, all Dominican Republic and Venezuelans are heirs to both of these men's legacy. And in my way, I choose to honor them by researching countries that they helped here, while working with agrarian cooperatives in Monagas and contributing to an information and communications technology for development project in the Dominican Republic. I hope to honor both of their legacies by helping the communities that they fought for throughout their lives. While this is a story of my name, I also believe that most of us have an incredible ancestor, but sometimes we just don't know about it. We tend to look at history in a very narrow sense sometimes. We don't think of all the people that came before us, which is why I am an educator, and I hope to help students remember the people and the inventions and the moments that came before them. We must work collectively and in interdisciplinary ways to solve world's grand challenges. Thank you for shaping my life, Alfonso and Simon. With love, Alfonso Sintjago. Thank you.